branches and January attendance and February and March. Okay. So I want to start by formatting my table. Now I have learned that anytime I want to use table, it is best for us to format as table. So we have learned that I want to format as table. If you ask me, I always like anything blue. I either choose this or this. I choose this. My table has headers so that it can recognize those headers. And we are good. So in order not to have mistakes, I'm going to format this place with data validation. So I will go to my data validation, and list, then I'll type them. But I discovered that many of you normally have some errors when you are putting the sources. So you, instead of comma, some will put full stop, some will put colon, semicolon, etc. There is another way to do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have the list somewhere, my branches. Then I can have them as usual. And let me go up, and I want it to be a fill. Okay, let me stop at 2010. So I have the list. So I will do the validation by going to data validation. I want a list, and my source is here. That's where I have those information, so that instead of putting comma, I will just have to reference where those lists are. I can then say, okay. So from there, I'll be able to choose without any error. Do you grab that, or you want me to try again?
Sir, try again.
All right. Do you remember how I listed this? Anything I want to validate, these are the numbers I want in that box. I don't want people to make mistake about it. So I listed them here. So I go here, I'll go to data, I'll come in here, data validation, I will pick list, and my source, instead of typing them, I will just click here, and then I will reference all of them and press enter. And that's all. I have my list anytime, so that people will not go and type what you are not supposed to type. You will type exactly those items I wanted. So part of the things I want to teach today is that you can actually hide a column or a row or group of columns and a group of rows. So I don't want people to know that these items are here. What I will do, I will highlight it this way, the whole, see I'm highlighting the G, the entire G column. I'll right click it and I will see where the right hide. I will hide. So if you want to know if a row or a column has been hidden, you check A, B, C, D, E, F, H. Where's G? So that means row G, column G has been put in hidden for people not to see. So if you want to unhide, you will have to highlight the two columns together. That column where it is hiding, then you right click again, you see unhide. Unhide. Then you can see. So for now, I want to hide this. I don't want people to know that that's where the origin is. Okay? So aside from that, what else can we do here? I go back to home page. Look at this 1998 that I've selected. I can do alignment. Can you see what is happening? I can make it stand at the left, center, or right. That's my left justification, center justification, and the right justification. At the same time, I can make it sit on top, sit in middle, or sit on the floor. You may not see that effect. Let me make this place bigger. Middle, center, top, right, top right, top middle, bottom, top left, middle left, bottom left, bottom center, middle, top, right, bottom, middle. So it depends. You have all the functions for you to use as it suits you. So I'm going to return this back to the way it is. So normally I like to make this sit in the center. Okay, in order for us to know what we are doing, I'm going to insert a column here. And that's an opportunity to teach you something again. So I will put everything together here and I will say, merge this column, merge all of them together. You know, there are 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can put everything together and use this function and that ribbon to merge it. Hello? So I can say attendance register. I'm deliberately using an example of what we can do to help our association in the future. So I'm using them as an example so that our COP, when we become experts, all of us will start building application for our bigger association. And then before you know it, we will be recognized as one association that automate everything we do. So I like to make my background something like blue and then make this white. Then I can bold this, I can make it bigger, 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 bigger. So can you see, are we all at this point? Can somebody confirm to me that you are following? And I need somebody to tell me. I want somebody to tell me.
We are following you.
No, understand.
We are following, sir.
Okay, everybody.
You understand, sir?
Hey, hallelujah. Let's go there. Yeah, I have smart people in the class. Let's go. So, a January meeting, 1998 people. How many people came? 2. February, 4. March, 4. So I always, like I told you, I always like to format my stuff to be in the middle. So when they are in the middle, you can see clearly. Let's look for another class. That is we have 1994, 1994, January. Let's put one. I know because there is a 1994 person here. Let me humble the person. He did not come in February. In March, we saw four of them. Hallelujah. Which other class can we pick? 1996. Let's say 3, 1, let's say 6. Pick my class now. Pick my class now. How many?
0.
Okay. February.
0.
How many you are saying the president did not attend any meeting? No?
2. 2, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
3, 2, 1. 1, Joe. 1.
But the last meeting we have 13. So all right. So let's do one more so that we don't have to shock the table. One more. Which class should we pick? Let's pick class from the 20s. Commander Biojo put like 2.
2024.
How many?
We are 2, 3, 3.
2, 1,
3.
3. Let's pick the champion class.
We are 30. 30.
I agree with any figure. All right. So from what we learned the last time, if I want to put total, how am I going to do that? What's the formula? Equals
Bracket
sum,
open.
then all my values. All right, bracket close, then enter. Can you see what happened there? Because I have used a table formatting. If I do not use table formatting, I will only do the total of the first one, and I will have to drag down to total every other ones. So because I have used a table formatting, there are some things that Excel has already prepared for us that made it easy for all this to happen this way. So are we fine at this point?
Yes, sir.
Any question? So if we are fine, let's look at something we can do again before we begin to go into other formulas. Can we do a chart to show, visual aid always make it easy for you to quickly see insights from data. So if I put my cursor around all this border and I go into insert, I will come and look at what type of graphs I want here. Let me try this. Different types of charts, trying to see the one that So we have different types of charts that we can dance with. So let me try this. Let me start from the simple one. Okay. This chart is not doing exactly what I wanted. So I can come here and right click and say select data. So instead of it choosing all these things, I'll say I don't want these guys. I only want you to pick branches versus the totals. Da, 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 da. Then this one too, I have this. Wow, where is my data? Orogo. These guys insert this guy. It is one data that is giving us problem here. Let's eliminate that wahala. This guy is having too many data that doesn't make others to be seen. All right, I think it should be fine. So I want my data insert is okay. Let me go and change the selection. What I want is not January, February, March. I don't want all these guys. I only want branches. What can you see? Why is he seeing this guy like numbers? No way. Select my data. That's why I don't like automatic stuff. I like manual hired. What's the series name? What's the series value? My series name is the branch. The values are these ones. Then, okay. Then for horizontal axis, I want this to be my particular about the totals. Then I can okay that. Let me invert this guy. This is weird. Pardon me. It's been a long time I use these functions. So they are lost sometimes. This guy, I hate that. I selected all right. So from this, even without looking at the figure, you can know which branch has the highest figure. Can you see that? Which one is it?
2006.
2006. Okay. So at the same time, if we want to look at, because we are looking at the branches against the total. If you are looking at branches against January alone, that will be easy. We can just highlight that one alone and then insert, and then it's not. I prefer to select data. This is the one that will represent this axis. And then this one will represent this axis. There you can okay that. So just select data. I want you to see these guys. You need to select which one do you want as your x-axis and the one you want for your y-axis. You can see that on this chart, you have 1996 and 2006 having the same figure. Are we right? From the table.
Yes, sir.
So at the same time, you can change the chart type. All you need to do is to right click this and say change chart type. I want to use pie chart instead. And if you are not sure of that your eye will be as sharp as mine to know which one is the biggest, you can right click again and say, you right click the chart itself and say add data label. So the data label will give you the values. So you know that this and these are 3, this is 1, this is 2, and 2, and 2. So do you see how these things work? So at the same time, you can do the same thing here too. Sorry. Here too, you select the graph itself and right click. You will say add data label. So on top of everyone, you will know their actual values. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So later we'll still come back to that. I can see that you are more comfortable with the tables now. Let's begin to see what formula can we learn from this. I want us to learn this formula. Length. If you want to know how many characters you have in any of the items you have in a cell, so you have a formula we call len equals len this guy. This item, I want to know how many characters it has. What should be our answer? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello? What are you expecting as answer here? How many characters does 1998 has? How many letters?
I think 3.
1998. How many is that?
4.
It's 4. It's 4. So is that right? Is that right? Why is 1991-92 having 7? Hello, let's make it interactive. Why are we having 7 in 1991-92? Okay.
What's it called? The stroke is included.
It's included, yes. Everything there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For example, if we have Suliat and we have Ifeoluwa, and we want to know the length of each character, you say equals length of this guy. That's 6. We'll do the same thing for the second one. That's 8. Do we get that?
Yes, sir.
So the next thing I want us to learn is concatenate. That's an English word. What does that mean? Concatenate. Join them together. Concatenate. Okay. I will say equals concat. Excel will be hinting you. Concatenate a list of range of text string. Or join several text string into one text string. So I want to use this one, concatenate. This guy, comma, this guy, comma, this guy. What did I just do?
You link them together.
I joined them together. So let's come back here. What if I concatenate Sulia, comma, Ifeoluwa, close brackets? It becomes what? Sulia, Ifeoluwa. So that means with concatenate, you can add 2 words together. Let me give you real example of this. So real example comes from this surname, first name, middle name. Tell me something. Who is volunteering his or her name? Who is going to volunteer?
Juliet.
Amadu Taofik Olorunjedalo.
Amadu Taofik Olorunjedalo. All right. Who else again?
I say with Juliet.
Asiegu
Juliet.
Okay. Noted name.
Peace.
Where? Ma?
Peace. Peace. Yes.
Okay, let me stop at that. So like I told you, once you begin to put things in the table, I love it to be a table. So let me format as a table and make it a cleaner one. Like, okay, it's not a table. So what if I want to put everything together, like all the name together? It becomes like equals, concatenate, Then I'll pick the first one, comma, so that it will not skew them together. I'm going to put double quotes with space, comma. I'll pick the second one, comma, double quotes. I'll put space in the double quotes so that there will be space, comma, then the middle name, then I close. All right, to buy me closer. And that's it. All the names together. Put it somewhere. Okay. So what I can just do is just to drag the rest. And then we have peace. Now let me teach you one Excel magic. Do you know that Excel learn from pattern? This one you have to write it in your book so that you don't forget again. I may choose to bring out the first name from this list, and Excel will automatically know by me giving Excel an example, and automatically it will understand. Okay, let's try two more names. Oh yeah, somebody should volunteer again. I know somebody there. I know somebody there. And I don't know if this person is here. Konde, are you there? Abdulhafiz Kinonje. I'll give you another name. Babatunde. One more person. I'll give somebody name that she doesn't.
Oshuala.
Oshuala. Ikimot.
Ikima. Oriyomi.
Oriyomi. All right. So if we continue the concatenation, then Excel will help us out. But one good thing about Excel is that it learns from pattern, and it will give you whatever you want. So I want only the first name out from this combination of name. I'll just tell Excel, okay, this is an example, Ahmed. Then I will come down and say just Control E. Control E. I'm not saying you should repeat. Let's say this. That's the function we use. Control E. Until Excel. So the function is Control E. Did you see what I just did?
No,
Again,
sir.
if I want only the surname from this list, If I want to extract only the surname, I'll come here and give an example from the first one. I want something like this. Then I come down and say Control E. Press the control button. Don't remove your hand. Press E. Press into launch. Wow. This guy, that's the issue. It must be the next neighbor, immediate next neighbor. This is the pattern I wanted. I wanted this pattern. Then Control E will bring all the surnames. Do you understand? Let me try this pattern again. And say Control E. We looked at all the data to your selection. We didn't see a pattern. That is it, because it must be the immediate neighbor. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go back to our figures. One more function I want us to learn is mode. Mode. If I divide 10 by 3, what will I have? 10 divided by 3. 10. 3 equals 10/3. But I want to know what will remain if it is not exact multiple of the numerator equals, let me say, this guy equals mode. I need to use the formula first. Mode, return the remainder after a number is divided by a divisor. That's it. Number, the divisor. So this guy, and my divisor is what? 3. I want to divide all this number by 3, and I want to know what will remain. That's what that function does. Is that correct? If you divide 10 by 3, you have 3, which is 9. 3 times 3, 9. Then what remains? 1. What should be the answer of the next one? If you divide 5 by 3. Are we together in this class? Everybody should unmute. Unmute,
It
let's
will
talk.
remain 2. 2.
To remain 2, because 3 in
2.
5 is just 1, and it will remain 2. Let's see if that is correct. Okay? So we can do this. We can do this. You can see, if you divide 6 by 3, there will be nothing will remain. If you divide 12 by 3, nothing will remain. So that's that function. That is that function. Are we together? So there's something I've not told you.
Yes, we are together.
Add is a plus on our computer, right? Subtract is what? Say minus. Multiply. Then you will have to use star, asterisk. Divide. That's what? Backward slash. Put in the center. So we are used to addition, we are used to subtraction. But when you want to multiply using your computer, multiply, you are going to use star, asterisk. If you want to divide, you are going to use the backward slash. So let's see. Let's see if let's operate multiplication, all these functions together so that we can be sure that we know them. Let me create some more space, insert. I'm teaching you some other thing, insert. I can continue to insert columns and stuff like that. So I can return this back to this size, that size. Okay. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. So our operation is going to be on January and February. So at this time, we can mute our mic so that this noise can go off. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's mute ourselves. So let's add January and February. It's just going to be equals January plus February, and that's all. We can scroll everything together. Then we can subtract January from February. It's just equals February minus January, and that's all. Can do the same, replicate for others. Let's multiply. Equals January. For you to use the asterisk symbol, you have to press the shift button together with the alphabet number 8. And that is that by this. And then you have your answer. Can do that. So to divide equals this slash, you can see the symbol, this. Then you can I like to decimal places. So I love to have my things centralized like that. So who is not following to this point? So we are all following. Silence means we are together.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to go into another sheet for the next set of items we want to learn. So we are moving from these simple ones to more advanced functions. But before we go, let me quickly teach you one that is very fast. What's today's date?
14.
So you can ask Excel equals today. That's just it. Equals today. What do I have? Can you see that? equals today. That's a function.
When I need you to go and sit down.
Did you see the answer? What if I want to know what? Can somebody mute? So what if you want to know today's and the time now? That function is now. Let's see what it is. Equals now. And that, aside from today's date, it will tell you the time now. The time is 21:39. That's a function. Have we learned something with that? So when we get to Power Apps, we are going to use this function a lot now and today. We are going to use them a lot, so get used to them. All right? So I'm opening another sheet for the next set of examples. So let's say commodities. Quantity sold. Let's say I have sugar, I have milk, I have bread. What else can I have? Ẹyin ìyá lọ́jà.
Milo.
Milk. Custard.
All right. And you kept somebody at the shop to be selling for you. And the person sold sugar. Somebody came back again to buy sugar. Somebody bought Milo. Somebody bought sugar again. Somebody bought custard. Somebody bought sugar. Somebody bought bread. And custard. Food. Somebody came back again to buy sugar. Somebody bought Milo. All right, can't stop there. This person bought one bread, one Milo, two custard, four sugar, three, two, five, two, four, no, 7, 2, 5, 2. All right. How will I know how many sugar I sold today? I want to know how many sugar I sold today. This is what we call logical functions. So we want to try logical functions. So I can come here and say sugar. Then I want to do my calculation here in the next box. I'll say equals sum if. What does that tell you? Are the cells specified by a given condition or criteria? Sum if range, everything here. That's the range. Range is everything you are looking at. Sum if this range, criteria, sugar. That is when you look at all this range and you find sugar. Do me a favor, sum anything corresponding to it at this place. That's what we call sum range. That is the range you want to sum. I'll close this and we'll look at it together. 15. And that will give me an opportunity to teach you another function here. I'll come in here. I always like to color this. So I can come in here now and filter. There is this function you call filter here. I can set filter. So when I set filter, I can now filter off every other thing except sugar. Can we total everything we have here? 2 plus 4, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 2,
15.
15.
15.
So that means we are right. Can we calculate how many bread we have sold? Bread. I will do what? Equals sum if. Sum if. Sum if. What is the range? The range is here. Okay. What is the criteria we are looking for? Bread. And which range are we adding together? This range. And I close my brackets and I have 11. Let's confirm. If I filter out every other thing except bread. 1 plus 3, 4, 4. Can somebody
11.
mute? So you can see that we are right in our formula. Now let me teach you nonsense, so that you don't think you are always right when you are doing certain things. So I will not do the formula again, and I will just I'll do custard. And instead of repeating the function, I will just move down the function. You know, we have learned that in Excel, that if it is the same thing, you can drag down. So let's look at custard. If we are right, custard 2 plus 5, 5 plus 2, that is 9. Are we right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Yes, we are right. Now, so it's time to teach nonsense now. All right, let's try sugar again and drag down. What happened? Can somebody tell me what happened? The sugar we calculated earlier was 15. Now sugar is 13. And that's why I told you I want to teach you nonsense.
I don't understand, sir.
Initially, when we calculated how many sugar we sold, we got 15. Now we calculated the sugar again, we got 13. Something was fundamentally wrong. Okay. Because this is the first time you are seeing this, you will not know. So let me quickly teach you. Come back to the formula again. Place your cursor here. You will see that Excel will tell you all those values it is working with. And then let's see what happened when you drag. So when you are dragging, understand what dragging can do. So we drag this one. After calculating this, we dragged it down. So let's see. Can you see what Excel is calculating? It has left the first sugar because you dragged. To make the matter worse, if I come in here and I do my dragging here, if you see again, it has left 3 items. The purpose, let's see one after the other. When you started here, and you can see you are telling it, I'm working with DC3 to DC17. Now, what happened? You dragged, and it dragged one line. That's Excel for you. When you drag, it dragged the second line. When you drag again, it drags to the third line. It keeps moving as you are moving down. And that brings us to the concept of relative and absolute value. Because as you are moving, Excel will also be moving relative to the position you started. So if you don't want it to move, you have to fix it and make it an absolute value. So let's go back to the first one. I don't want this guy. And look at what Excel normally do. The color here will represent the color it is representing here. The blue is for this place. The purple is for this place. The red is for this place. And I want all my calculation to fix itself here. I don't want it to move if I'm moving. So I want to fix it. So I will specifically do, I don't know if your system have the function we call F4. You will have to press function button, FN button is by the left bottom of the keyboard. Then you go and press one tiny function where they write F1, F2, F3, F4. You go and press F4 along with it. You see what happened to it? It put all these dollar signs. It put the dollar signs. And let me confuse you more. Having put $sign, let's see what happens. If I move again, see what happened here. This guy refused to move because I fixed it. Then this guy is still moving. My answer will not correct at a point. See sugar now. Sugar is changing to something else. The sugar that was 15 before is now changing to something else because this guy moved. If you check the second one, we have fixed this column, but this column is still moving. That's why if you don't understand the rudiment of moving your formula, if you move your formula, it will be correct in some instance, but where you don't have to move the formula, you have to fix it. So look at the last one. We have fixed it. We have not fixed this column. So what are we going to do? We have to fix this column also. So we will come back to the first one and fix it by pressing function F4. So those $sign is telling you that you cannot move the column any longer. Let's see it. Do we now have the right answer? Sugar is still 15, sugar is still 15. Why? Because when you look at the value, nothing moves again. For every one of them, nothing moves. For every one of them, nothing is moving. So if we try another product, which other product have we now calculated? If you try another product, you see that, let's look at Milo here. Are they truly 6? Milo 1 plus 3, 4 plus 2, 6. So any question at this point? Sum if, that's our function for today. Sum equals sum if.
Question 4.
Let's go ahead. Okay, before the question, let's just have 5 minutes brain refreshing break. Just 5 minutes. Oh my God. Okay. I'm ready for your questions. Uncle Jeda. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Okay, let's go.
Shengbon, okay. My first question is about the concatenate.
Okay.
Using the concatenate, I have come across it before. So in order to combine those names, surname, first name, and other name, after to combine the names, you use the stereo in order to put space. The first time I came across it, um, what was used was apostrophe. Two apostrophe was used while there was space inserted between the two apostrophe.
Okay.
So I'm seeing this asterisk for the first time. My question now is, the day I was taught this concatenate, I asked a question I was not answered. In a situation whereby I have a data that combine the name and I want to separate it, what function will I use?
You want to separate.
Yes, the names have been combined. The data I have has the three names together in one row, and I want to separate them. Everybody, sir.
Mungo, I told you earlier,
So as
the
the name is,
easiest one is this function control E I told you.
eh?
That's the easiest one. But there is another one that used the word left. Returns the specified number of characters from the start of a text string. I will say anything in this text, 5 characters, and I have it. Did you get that?
Oh,
Equals this left function now. The text, except we always int you the text which are inserted, then comma the number of characters, 5, and that's separated.
so that is for the surname. How do I separate for the middle name? The first name.
I'll come here. I say equals mid. What does it say? Return the character from the middle of a text string, given a starting position and length. Mid. This text starting position will probably be my 7th number. And for this one, number of character will be 5. And I'll close that. It should give me that.
I'm lost.
The function itself
Same
is
here,
called
sir.
mid. Mid, in the middle. Mid from the word middle. Returns the character from the middle of a text string, giving a starting position You need to know the starting position and you need to know the length you are working with. Do you understand? I want to tell you this now. Mid of this. That's the text. What's the start number? 1. I is 1. D is 2. O is 3. W 4. U 5. Space 6. H 7. That's the start number. And how many characters do I want to remove from that? The next character is Ahmed. 5 characters. Then I'll close and enter.
Let's see.
If I have to do
I want
this,
to give it a try.
mid, this text starts still 7. Then the number of characters for Tafik is also 7. I close and that's it. And the last function is write. Right. Return the specified number of characters from the end of the string. I will say write of the text, number of characters from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8? 1, 2, that's 9 from the back.
Okay. So for this now, one does not need to specify starting points.
Yes, because the mid you have to specify where it starts. But for left and right, you just need to just know the number of characters.
Okay.
There's a complex way to do it that it will match every word. But at this level, let's get to a point before we can come to that.
Okay.
We will have to specify a function to locate where the space is. There'll be a function that will specify where the space is, and that space will determine the end of the first name or the surname. Then you have to now look for another space to know where the middle name is. So it's going to be like a complex function, but let's leave it at this, the simplest application of it. Left, mid, right.
With this now, can I also apply the drag down to get for others without inserting the function?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You will not be able to. It won't work right.
Okay.
It will not work right. But that's why I was explaining that inside here, we will have to put a function that will determine where the space is. So it will look for space. Instead of counting number, it will be looking for space in every full names. Do you understand? So in order to build that, it involves a lot of function that you have not learned.
I see.
For now, this is what we do. Left, mid, right.
Right. Let me quickly note that in my jotter.
Any other question from the audience? Any other question? Have we learned something? Hello. Nobody is talking. We are tired. Everybody has gone to bed.
No,
So
we
No,
are
the-
online.
me too, sir.
all right.
No.
So thank you for your
Mama,
time today, and we are going to stop here. Then next week again, we will start from the sum if. We are going to try count if. We are going to go into full logic and or XOR and every other functions logical. So we will start moving from simple functions to complex functions. We will learn simple function, then we will add the functions together to create complex functions. So we are going to spend more time learning functions. So
Okay.
when we are done with learning functions, then we will go into a pivot table. So from pivot table, we'll begin to learn dashboard design. So if we are able to do dashboard design, we are beginning to see data science. Then we can begin to go into our Power Apps proper. So, and I'm not going to waste license on people who don't attend classes regularly. I only issue license to people who are, because Power Apps require some licenses. So I want every one of us to keep this constant. Let's not get tired of this. It's going to be very beneficial to every one of us. Thank you for your time. Over to our coordinator.
Let me see. What do you put on your hand?
Where is our coordinator?
Thanks so much for today's class. Thanks so much. Really appreciate you, sir. But today's class is very complex. I couldn't understand very well, but I think gradually I'll get to it. Thanks so much, sir.
But I expect you to ask questions. I want people to be asking
I
questions.
came in late. That is why I don't want to ask.
All right, this class is recorded. Let me stop the recording.
Okay, sir.
So, like we did today, we are going to upload the recorded class to the platform for people
Okay,
to follow through again. So last week training is already on the platform. So for those who were in the class who would like to repeat it again, is there. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube again and send the link to the platform. So I always
right,
like
sir.
to put it on YouTube so that it will be there for everybody to reference all the time. So thank you for your time. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you. My regards to family.
Yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Bye bye, sir.
Good night, sir.
Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Ṣeun o, Ọlọ́run á bá a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o.
Amen.
God bless you, sir. The Lord
Yes,
will go through, sir.
amen. Bye for now.
Bye.
All right, that's all.